Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Lethabo and this is LJ's Lives Please. Okay, so I have this book with me again. It has been a while though since we've used this book, so let's welcome it back. By the way, if y'all don't know this book, this is Wake Up to the Word by Joyce Meyer. It has 365 devotions and it says to inspire you each day. So this book, I really enjoy it because it has a topic that's going to speak about, it describes it, it tells you a whole thing, and it has a verse relating to that topic. So yeah, if y'all haven't seen my previous videos with this book, go check them out. I'll put them in the description as well as up here in the corner on the eyes. I know it. Yeah. So today, I want to speak about timing. So this is Wake Up to the Word, day 63 on March the 4th. Today is not March the 4th. Timing. The time when something happens. The proper time for things is God's time, not yours. We are usually in a hurry, but God never is. We are often impatient and ready for everything to happen right now. But God, in His wisdom, prepares us first for what He wants to do in our lives. And preparation takes time. God takes time to do things right. He lays a solid foundation before He attempts to build a building. We are God's building under construction. He is the master builder, and He knows what He is doing. God's timing seems to be His own little secret. The Bible promises that He will never be late, but I have also discovered that He is usually not early. The good thing to know is that God is always right on time, and His timing is perfect. And let us not lose heart and grow weary and faint in acting nobly and doing right. For in due time and at the appointed season we shall reap, if we do not loosen and relax our courage and faint. Galatians 6 verse 9. So, I want to focus on this thing that says timing. I feel like we have our own plans and God has His own plan. And they're never the same, you know? You see, I saw this picture of it's like this beautiful thing, you see this thing for yourself, but God's plan is this, and it's much better. And even though that thing was so beautiful and you long onto that, but God's plan is much better, which is not what we're talking about today. But basically, in your plan, you have this should happen at this time, that should happen at that time. And God's plan may not be that. But we know, He said it in Jeremiah 29 verse 11, that I have plans for you and they're plans to prosper you, plans to give you a hope and a future. What I have learned is that you should just trust God, because He even said it in His word and He promised us that He has a plan, and that plan is only for good things to come. Now with timing, this is challenging, and I feel like we need to learn this and instill it in our lives, that God's timing is perfect, and it may be hard. Don't give up. Don't only trust God during good times, because it's you don't have that faith, God never promised you that it will always be sunshine and roses. But once you have God, you have everything. So even when you declared that your joy comes from your Lord, let your joy come from the Lord. When you're going through a tough time, lean on that you have God. And when you have God, you have everything and nothing more, you lack nothing. So you need to make that decision that, God is your Father. He is your healer. He is your provider. He is everything. And when you have Him, you have everything. So even when you're going through tough times, God has His timing. And when He says, there's a verse in the Bible that I don't remember, but there's a time of grieving, where you feel, I think it was an example where you have a sore and they cut and they squeeze lemon onto that sore. It feels like that. But then there's a time where it smells like sweet perfume and you're rejoicing and laughing. So there's different times for, there's always a time for that and a time of that. And whatever you're going through, I don't know what it is, but there is a time for that, and it shall pass. But there is a time for that to happen. There is a time for that. So here with timing, I want you to think of it like this. God is preparing you for a bigger picture. He has a purpose for your life. And basically, you are like this large building that he's building up, and you're gonna be like this amazing, I don't know what it is, if it's a mansion or if it's a beach house or if it's a cabin, I don't know what it is, but you're gonna be this like amazing house, and he is prepping you to it. And you see, okay, sorry, I keep on like getting stuck, but then I saw this video of Steve Harvey that like every day when you wake up, God didn't just wake you up in jail, he has a reason for you. So the fact that you're waking up shows that your house is not finished. Okay, you are still building up to that final product that God is helping you to reach. So you're this house, this house that he's building. A house needs to have a foundation, and that foundation needs to be strong. So let's say you want to rush, finish the foundation, finish the hard times, go straight into the house, interior design, add the furniture and everything, but then the foundation is not right, that house will collapse. If you want to rush into adding the decorations, right, you have your proper foundation, you want to rush into adding decorations, you don't build the house properly, that house will fall down because it doesn't have the proper structural integrity. So you need to think of like during these hard times and all of that, God is preparing you for something bigger and better. Like when you see on the road and you're passing, you see people building a house, you don't see that amazing product, like it doesn't look pleasing to the eye, but once it is done, it is amazing. So basically what I'm saying is that if you're taking time, God is preparing you for something greater, something bigger. Because if you're going to build something and doesn't have a strong foundation or anything that's quality, like no quality, it's going to deteriorate much easier and quicker. So it needs to have time building, Basically what I'm saying is that God is preparing you for something better. If you want the thing to come now, just know that it's not going to be a quality thing. Like, like you want to be that thing. You want to be the thing that takes time, prepare quality, like something from Woolworths, It's just like, yeah. Basically, that's what I want to say is that you might want to rush it now, but there is a reason for it to happen. So yeah, I just want to show an example from this show that I was watching, which is Alexa and Katie. Yeah, of the man. He was cooking a brisket and it took him, I don't know, was it like more than a day? Was it 16 hours or 24 hours or 36 hours? I don't know how long, but then he was cooking brisket for it to taste so good. And you need to put in an effort, like during that time, you want to open it and eat it. It's not going to be as good as when you waited for that amount of time that was set for it, that he had planned for it, just like how God had planned for you. So it's just like that. It's just like that. You're going through this, and the longer it takes, you're gonna be even better. The more quality. And even if you cut it short, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, hard times lead to good times. And the longer it is, or basically God has a plan and it takes time. You don't just go at the top immediately like that. Like when you hear all great stories, they didn't just all of a sudden go through, they had to hit rock bottom. Like most of the people that I know, like Tiffany Haddish, well, like not that I know, but that, like I see that are successful, like Tiffany Haddish, Steve Harvey, like they were homeless. They were sleeping in their car. But look at them now. Steve Harvey had like a starter that he was like struggling with, but look at him now. So you may not understand, but God's timing is perfect. That is what I like about God. And that is the one thing. I remember one time, this sister at church asked me, like, what is the one thing that you love about God? Like, amazing. I was like, for me, it's that his timing is perfect. It's every single time. Like, when something happens, you know that it's perfect. And that's what I I love. And it is hard to wait, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have been through it. I have suffered trials, but with God, you trust that his timing is good. It will come at his time, and it will be for a reason. Like as I said in my previous video when I was speaking about my testimony, if you haven't checked that video out, go check it now. It's up here. I'll put it in the description and go watch it. I was basically talking about my testimony, and in summary, I had like seizures. Like every time when I fall asleep, well, not every time, it would happen like for 2 or 3 consecutive nights, and every 2 or 3 weeks. Ne? So it'll happen like that. And I'll basically get attacks that would come in the form of seizures. But then when the doctors checked my body, there was nothing wrong with it. Like everything was fine. My mind was fine. Like there was nothing that could, like, they could say was the cause of this, you know. So immediately then we knew, Guti, it's the devil attacking. And then, not immediately, because by then I wasn't even going to church like regularly, on a regular basis, like a consistent thing. And we weren't really like strong believers. Well, I mean, I was still a kid, but basically I'm really going away now. But yeah, we couldn't find anything, and I suffered with that. Like imagine 2 to 3 consecutive nights for 2 to 3, every 2 to 3 weeks it happens for 2 to 3 consecutive nights. Ne. By then it started when I was in creche, I think like 5 years old, and it ended when I was in grade 5, 11 years old. So it happened for about 6 years. 6 years, guys. And my mother took the decision when I was 5 years old that she is going to trust God. We're not going to take the pills. We're not going to do anything. We're going to trust God. And I feel like that is the thing that we need to like keep on. Like, you need to trust God. During tough times, stay with him and trust with him, because he is your king. He is your Lord. He, like, literally, when, as I said in the beginning, with God you have everything. You don't lack anything when you have God. So just treat, like, whenever you need anything, go to him. He is there. So he was like my doctor. He was actually my doctor, because we didn't even go to the hospital anymore. Like, it was just trusting God. We were always fighting, using the name of Jesus, literally every single time. It lasted for 6 years. My mother was like, we never even talked a bit. Like, in the beginning, we did like have, it was a confusion, Mara. After that, like, we stayed strong for 6 years. And that was only when I got my healing. And by then, I didn't know why. And right now, I don't know exactly why, but I have a better understanding. It's like, while you're building a puzzle, going towards your purpose, it's like building a puzzle. When you start, you just have all the pieces there. You don't have to put it together, and you don't know what the image is, like what is the final product. But as you start putting it together, putting the puzzle together, you start to see, okay, this puzzle is like a puzzle of a beach. And you put it more, then you see, oh wait, it seems like it's a house, and there's like a ball over there. Like, as you do, like, you the more you work on it, the more you can see what the final thing is. And only when you put the final pieces, when you like fully understand and see the whole image. So that is just like your life. The more you keep on working on your purpose with God, the more you see exactly what it is that he wants you to do. Only once you have reached it, that's when you like fully understand everything and it makes sense. But every day it makes more sense and more sense if you keep, like, it makes more and more sense as you keep on going forward. And I feel like what I'm saying, some people may not understand, or maybe I'm not using the correct words, but I hope you do get it. And the people that do, I'm glad that you do. Yeah, basically we're talking about timing, and I like completely disregarded this book. But yeah, I just want to read the final verse, the verse that it says. This is Galatians 6 verse 9. It reads, "And let us not lose heart and grow weary and faint in acting nobly and doing right. For in due time and at the appointed season we shall reap, if we not loosen and relax our courage and faint." This literally sums up this whole video. Literally, I feel like I'm just going to end it there with a bang. It sums it up. It sums it up. So yeah, it is Galatians 6 verse 9. You can get this at Books or get it online at Joyce Meyer's store. Yeah, y'all should definitely, guys, Joyce Meyer, you know, like, she talks, like, when she preaches, like, it's just like a talk, and you hear her and she just speaks so much. Like, if you don't, guys, like, go check out Joyce Meyer. I feel like most people do know Joyce Meyer. If you don't, make yourself familiar. It's someone that you want to make yourself familiar with, you want to get to know. Yeah, so yeah, go check out Joyce Meyer on YouTube, on DSTV, on literally anywhere, even on Spotify, like, wherever you want to go, You're probably gonna find her wherever you find your entertainment. That is the end of the video, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it and definitely learned something. If you did, like this video. Yeah, and make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't. Turn on the notification bells if you haven't. Please do turn on so you can know when I'm posting a video, any video. And yeah, I think that's basically it. Oh wait, share this video. Share this video with anybody you see fit. Please do, guys. Don't be afraid of sharing the gospel. That is one of the things that we were brought onto this earth to do, guys. Yeah, I'm done for today. For now. Bye, guys.
The reason God wakes you up in the morning is because he still has something for you. If God was through with you, you wouldn't wake up no more. So as long as you keep waking up, it's because God has something for you. So as long as I wake up, I just look for it. I say, okay, God, what is it today? It might be a challenge, it might be a test, or it might be the win.